Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live stream. How are you people today? Apparently my voice is broken. Let's drink a little water. Okay. We are better now. Hi. Say hi in the chat if you're around. Oops, that chat was too loud. Sorry. So, in this live stream, we are going to solve some JavaScript coding challenges on CodeWars. Hi from Zambia, says Bradley. Hi Ankit. Hi Guak. Hi Aish, if you're still around. Awesome. Alright, so as I said, we're going to solve some JavaScript coding challenges on CodeWars. We're going to start from the easier ones, like 8 queues. Let me go here to their list. So basically, if you don't know about CodeWars, you have here a list of, I don't know, thousands of coding challenges, and you can do them with different different programming languages. You can see here C, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, or PHP, all that. Okay, we're going to do them with JavaScript, and they are categorized by difficulty, 8Q being the easiest one, 7Q, 6Q, and so on and so forth. We're going to start with AQ just to warm up, and then we're going to go 7, 6, and maybe 5. Let's see how it goes. If you joined in the meantime, say hi in the chat, and we're going to start with an 8 one to warm up. Let me know if you want to try it out yourself while I'm doing it. Maybe I can send the link in the chat. Hey Hadi, how are you? Okay. Hi Excel Surf. Good. Let's see. Let's start with this one. Generate a range of integers. I'm going to copy the link and send it in the chat. So you can play around if you want to. It will be good if you have 2 monitors. On the right you can watch me, and on the left you can play around yourself. I'm going to do my best to explain it as best as possible. But yeah, let's see this one. Let me zoom in. 1, 2, 3, like that. Is this big enough? The font size, let me know. Okay, so this says the following. Implement a function named generateRange, min, max, and step, which takes 3 arguments and generates a range of integers from minimum to max with this step. The first integer is the minimum value, the second is the maximum of the range, and the third is the step. Okay, and we have here 2 examples, generate range 2, 10, and the step of 2. Alright, so we start with the minimum and go up to the maximum. The range does not have to include maximum, depending on the step. Okay, perfect. Let's do this. This is a pretty simple one. So we start with the minimum and the max, and we create an array. Let's make it the easiest way. Let's see. We have a result array, and then we're going to do a for loop. For let I equals min, I less than max and I plus equals step. Okay, like that, and result push I. So we're starting with the minimum and go up to the maximum and increasing by the step. And we're creating this array and then we're pushing the I into it. And at the end return res. Let's run the simple test and see if it passes. Okay. So expected. Alright, so we expected 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. But we went only up to max. So not including max. So let's include it like that. And run the sample tests. And now we are good. Awesome. We did the first one. It was a pretty simple one. Let's see, can we do it in one line? I'm not sure. I'm thinking about reduce. Creating an array, but then you don't know. Yeah, it will be just complicated. Let's submit it and see if someone smarter did it an easier way, or not necessarily an easier way, but yeah. So best practice is the same. The cool thing with CodeWars is that you can see after you submit your own and it works, you can see other solutions. The best one, let's see for the clever, which is the cleverest. Var is an array, min less than max, min plus equals step. Okay, and push the min. Alright, yeah, this is just a tiny bit simpler, that he uses the parameters here from the array. Oh, look at this. So minimum bigger than max, create an array. Oh, look at that recursion. That's nice. Alright, good. Let's go to the next one. We get a random one, and this one is a 7Q. I think we can step it up with a 7 one for now. Let's see what does it say. Reverse words. Complete the function that accepts a string parameter and reverses each word in the string. All spaces in the string should be retained. Alright. Let me copy this over in the chat so you can do it too. This is also pretty simple. We just want to take the string and reverse each word. We don't have to format anything. Alright. Let's do it. So, we can do it in the same approach we did the first one with the for loop, and then I can show you a method using just one line of code. So let's see. Const result, it will be an empty string, yeah. And then we're going to split the string. Let's say an array. It will be string that's split, and we split it by the empty string, the empty spaces here. So by the space. Now we have an array of words. So every word is in this array now. So let's loop over. Let I is 0, I less than array length, I plus plus. And here inside the for loop, we're doing, let's see, result will be plus equal, and we want to have array I be reversed. So we can split it again in the string, then reverse it, and then join it back. Like that. So pretty much the same here, but this time we just split it entirely, reversed it, and then join it back, and adding it to the result string. The trick now is that we need to add a space at the end. And let's return the result, but we'll have an extra space at the end. Oh, assignment to, oh yeah, sorry, it's a let. Okay, you can see it's good, but we have a space at the end. So we can remove it, let's see, with a slice from 0 to res length -2. -1, sorry. Yeah, well, it's pretty complicated this way. It passes the test. So basically we're creating an empty string and then we're storing all the reversed words with a space, and at the end we slice it up until the last space. Oh yeah, we could also use res.trim here to remove the spaces. Thank you, Krishan, and hi. Yeah, so this will remove the empty space at the end. But yeah, it's just ugly, even though it's better like aligned the code and you can see it nicely formatted, but we can do it in one line of code. So we take the string, we split it as we did here, so now we have an array, and we map over this array of, let's say, items. Yeah, let's call them items. And same as we did here, we're going to split the item. Let's see, item, let's call it s. It's simple, so basically it's the inner string or the word. Better, word, like that. So we split the word, we reverse it, we join it back. And if we return this, you're going to see we're going to have an array. So we're going to join it back again with an empty string. So that's on one line. Splitting the array, mapping over all the words, and reversing the words, and then joining it back into a string. Alright. That's pretty easy. Do you have any other way? Have you solved it in another way? Let me know in the chat. Okay, let's submit it and see maybe something clever. How someone solved it in a clever way. Yeah, so what we did, the same, split it and map over. Alright. Split, reverse, join, split. Whoa, this is doing the other way around. Reversing all the letters and then splitting it by the words and reversing the words. Interesting. Yeah, so basically the same idea. Alright, let's move on. 7. Let's do another 7 and then we can start with 6, which will be fun. 8. Now let's find the 7. 7. Count the divisors of a number. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I like to play with numbers and strings. Count the number of divisors of a positive integer n. Random tests go up to 500,000. Okay. Good. Let's do this. I'm also going to post it in the chat so you can take a look yourself. So, we have a number and we need to find the divisors. Okay, that's pretty easy. we can create a loop, right? And we go over all the numbers up to n, and we see if the result of the modulus operation is 0. So we don't have any number left after division. So let's store a result. Let's have a result array, and for let I equal 1, I less or equal than n. Do we go up to n? Yeah. I plus plus, and if n is n modulus I is 0, then we push to the res array I, like that, and we return the res array. Let's see if this works. Oh, and we need to count them. Alright, so Reselect. Oh, so we don't need to push it to array. Actually, we just want to count them. So instead of an array, let's have a let count be 0. And here we do count plus plus, and we return it. Count. Like that. Okay, it passes. Let's submit it to see. Not sure if we'll pass all of them. Will? Oh, look at that. Hey Mihai! What are you doing? Thanks for joining this live stream. Okay, so we solved that one too. It was pretty easy. Yeah, look at this one. Basically, he goes up to the half of the number, which is good because he saves half of the checks. Because for example, if you have 20, 21, you know that 11, you know that it's not divisible by 20 is not divisible by 11, so you don't have to go more than 10 in the case we have 20. Hey Ada, welcome. Okay, so this one is clever, and you can start with one. Good, saves up running time. Okay, let's go to 6Q. Do you enjoy this type of live streams with JavaScript coding challenges? Let me know so I can make more in the future. Oh, look at that, Pokemon damage calculator. Alright. This one looks nice. A little bit to read, so let's see. It's a Pokemon battle. Your task is to calculate the damage that a particular move would do using the following formula. Damage is 50 times attack divided by defense times effectiveness, where attack your attack power, defense the opponent's defense, effectiveness the effectiveness of the attack based on the matchup. And we have here attacks can be super effective, neutral, or not very effective depending on the matchup. For example, water would be super effective against fire, but not very effective against grass. Okay. Krishan, you have an interview to catch. Have fun. Aman, you'll like it. Okay, so you will keep going. Good, let's see. So, not very effective grass. Okay. Double damage 1x and 0.5. Okay, to prevent this kata from being tedious, you'll only be dealing with the 4 types: fire, water, grass, and electric. Here is the effectiveness of each matchup. Fire bigger than grass, fire less than water, fire equal electric. Water less less grass and water electric. Okay, grass electric. All right. For this kata, any type against itself is not very effective. Also, assume that the relationship between different types are asymmetric. Oh, sorry, symmetric. I've read this A. If A is super effective against B, then B is not very effective A. Okay, this function, the function you must implement takes in your type, the opponent's type, your attack power, and the opponent's defense. Okay, it's a lot of reading, but it's not very complex. I mean, very hard to do. I posted it into the chat. Let's see. Ada says, yes, I recently found your channel and read about your planned trip to the US. Hope you have a great time there. Thank you. Thank you. I hope to. Okay, so what we have to do here? Let's see. We need to return the damage, which, let's write it here. The damage will be 50 times the attack divided by the defense times the effectiveness, and this is what we need to calculate. Let effectiveness will be, and we need to see here the matchup, and based on that we want to create some kind of rule. Let's see, maybe we create a function. Let's see, get effectiveness, and we pass in your type and the opponent type. Okay, and let's write it here, get effectiveness, like that, type A and type B. All right. We can do it with a switch, maybe? No, let's see. Yeah, maybe a switch works. Let's try a switch, because we have multiple cases. We have six cases here. Switch. No, the switch works on one value. And we need to test each value. What is it? Okay, let's see. Let's use if type A is fire. Then we can test here if type A is water. Then we return this. So fire less than water, we return 0.5. Let's do it this way, all the cases, and then we can find a way to simplify it. Let's see. Okay, so fire, water. Here we can do fire with grass. Type B is grass. If it is, then we return 2, because fire is greater than grass. Okay, then we have the water. If type B is electric, we return 1. Okay, so we have the first 3. Next, if type A will be water, and if type B is grass, we want to return 0.5. If type B is electric. Oh, you can see that these are the same, so we can do if type B is grass or type B electric, the same thing. All right. Return 0.5, and we want to see if type A is grass and type B is electric. We return 1. Oops, not A, 1, like that. Okay, so we pretty much covered these cases, but then let's see. Any type against itself is not effective. Okay, so if type A equals type B, then it's not effective and we return 0.5. Also assume that the relationship between different types are symmetric. If A is super effective against B, then B is not very effective against A. Okay, so we have to implement that too. So we have type A is fire, type A is water, and type A is grass. Have these specific cases. Let's run the test, see if we are close. Expected not a number to equal 100. Let's see what's wrong. Get effectiveness, we have the types, and we return numbers. Let's see, by default we have return 1. Okay, so expected 52 equal 100. Alright. Interesting that we only have one case here to check. I'm wondering if we can find a better formula. I don't really like this. Do you have any suggestions what we could do? Ramses said if I got my extension fixed. No, not yet. I haven't been working on it yet. I mean today. I created yesterday a Chrome extension and it's not yet approved by Chrome. Let me see. So we have these. Fire bigger than grass. I wonder if we could create like an object having the types there. There must be an easy way to do it. Let's see if we create like a circle. So we have fire, which is bigger than grass, but water is bigger than fire. And then fire is equal to electric, but at the same time, that's weird. So it doesn't go in a circle because we have fire be equal to electric, and at the same time grass is equal to electric, but electric is bigger than water. Christy says you need to handle the reverse type A and type B. Maybe call at the end get effectiveness type B type A. So it, yeah, but that then we'll go in a loop or something if we do recursion. Let me get some water and maybe I can think better if I drink some water. Let's see. Yeah, I know that that's the problem, so we do only checking once. I mean only for type A, and type B could be all of these. But it's weird, it doesn't have grass. And we have electric here. So electric is equal with fire and grass, but is bigger than water. That's weird. Compare electric to water first. We can see if let's type B is fire or type type A or type B is fire. Then let's try this, although kinda hacky. We're basically doing the same but reversed. So it's fire with grass. Then here type A is water. Oops. Type A is water. Oh no, but then it goes fire with fire. No, fire with let's see. If we reverse all of these. For type B equals water. Not 100% sure. Oh, this is not valid JavaScript. Yeah, so we're not there yet. Let's in the chat. So, sorry for the off topic, but I'm curious what OS do you use at home? Yeah, Mac. As a man said, it's okay. Let's remove these. It's I want to see why it's this. So let's do console log what we have in the arguments. Args is not defined, or okay. Let's see. So we have fire, water, 100, 100. Is expected to be 50. But why do we have to? That's weird, right? So fire and water, let's see. Fire less than water. Fire, water 0.5. Let's also console log the effectiveness. Oh, Chris is right. He said to call the get effectiveness type B and type A at the end. And it wouldn't go in a loop because we have all the returns here. You're right. You're actually right. Good idea. I'll try that. Okay, grass, water 1. Grass, water. Grass. Yes, and do we need this return 1? Let's try what Christy said. Type B and type A. Because, yeah, that's right. Good idea. Okay, undefined. Should we keep the return one here? No. Yeah, something is wrong still. I forgot why we have return one here. Let's see. So we did all these. We also checked if they are equal. Okay, so this any type against itself is not very effective, so 0.5. Oh, not very effective, yeah, 0.5. Also assume that the relationship between different types are symmetric. A is super effective against B, then B is not very effective against A. I think the most basic thing we can do is to just go and check all of them. Nah. Return. Okay. We are getting close, sir. Thanks, Christy. But still, it's not perfect. Why is it? Do we miss something? Let's check it. So fire, grass, it's 2. Yes, because it's bigger. Fire, water, 0.5. Fire, electric is 1. Type A, B, B, B. Okay, that's good. Then water with grass or electric is 0.5. Okay. And grass and electric is 1. Any type against itself is not effective. 0.5. Also assume that the relationship is reversed. Yeah. That looks good, right? What's wrong? Probably should reverse the result. Reverse the result. Which result? The function is correct. Yeah. Effectiveness. Okay. So we start with that, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Christy says that we should start with the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, isn't same. Then check if it's 0.52 and it's 2, 0. Nah, I'm not sure what you mean. You're failing on grass and water. Grass and water. Grass and water. Oh. So we check grass only with... Yeah, and also electric. What happens if it's electric and water? We don't have those cases. I think the issue is that we don't have all the cases, right? How many we have? Fire, water, grass, and electric. Okay. I'm going to do something very silly, because apparently this doesn't work. So let's comment this. We're going to take this and we're going to multiply it 1, 2, 3 times. We remove this and we're checking every possible cases. Okay, so we have fire, then let's see, grass, water and electric. Okay, then grass with fire, water, electric, water with grass, fire and electric with grass, water and fire. Okay, and we now change these, and at the end we're also going to have this, right? I'm not sure we need it because now we have all the cases. Let's see if they are equal. We have that. Okay, let's see, electric with grass is 1, electric with water is 2, and electric with fire is 1. Okay, water with grass, grass is 0.5, 5. Water with fire is 2, water with electric is 0.5. Okay, grass with fire is 0.5, grass with water is 2, and grass with electric is 1. Okay. Yeah. Christy says that I just need to reverse the last result because the parameters are reversed in the function call. In the function call, parameters are reversed. Oh man. This seems to work. Let's see. Yeah, this works. So we check all the possible functions, possible types. It's dumb, but Christy has something, but I don't understand it. Sorry, Christy. So reverse the last result because the parameters are reversed in the function call. The function call here. But we did that reverse here, which was yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's see how they solved it. I tried to be fancy. Yeah, look at that. So basically this does pretty much what we did, but with an object. Fire with fire, fire with grass, and so on. Yeah, this is a nice one. But as you can see, he also did all the cases separately. Okay, look at that. Now we have strength, fire with grass, water with fire, grass, water, electric, water. Effectiveness 1 if your type equal opponent types, or your type is strength. This is very clever, I just don't understand it. Yeah, Christy, let effectiveness equals get effectiveness type A and type B. This part has the parameter order changed. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Let's move on. Let's leave the Pokemons alone. Move on. Next. Thanks for trying to help. I'm just too dumb at this point for that one. Let's try this one. Sums of many integers. write this function. What? That's mad. From I, for I from 1 to n, do I modulus m and return sum. What? You'll need to get a little clever with performance, since n can be a very large number. Performance. That's not my middle name. Let's try something else. I'm not very performant. How many nines? No, I want something with string. I like strings and arrays. Make the dead fish swim. This sounds interesting. Okay. Let's see what we're getting into. Write a simple parser that will parse and run that fish. That fish has 4 commands, each 1 character long. I increments the value, D decrements the value, S squares the value, O outputs the value into the result array, return array. Invalid characters should be ignored. This seems very simple. I'm putting it into the chat. Yeah, so basically we're just parsing the string and we do stuff on the number, which initially is 0. Okay, it doesn't seem hard. Let's be clever about it. Let's create an const object. It will be an actions object. And we have all these. So I will return increment the value. So we'll have a function. Let's see. I have something in my mind. I just don't know if this will work. So I, it's a function and returns that. Does oops, we don't need the. Okay, let's see if it works. Return actions I of 3 should be 4 if I am not wrong. Yeah, look at that, it works. So then we have D, which will take in x and it will be x minus 1, and we have S, which will take in x and we'll do x times x, and we have O, which takes in an array and returns a new array with the array, and the outputs the value into the return array. Okay, so we need the array and the x, and it just adds the x inside the array. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm being too clever at the moment. Let's see, so we have number and we have the data, which is a string. So we do data split, we split the split the string into an array, and then we do a for action. For each action. Okay, and we do actions of action and we call it. Yeah, but what if we don't have an array here? I just wanted to pass in the action here for this object, and it should handle all the cases. can do something like this. So we have the array here, but we don't really use it. So then have the number, and we have array, an empty array. So we pass in the array and the number, and we return the array. That works. Yeah, action is not a function. Oh, because it's a string. Okay. Data split for each action is not a function. What are you doing, man? I don't know. So we want to... Oh. We want this here. Is anyone following along? Does anyone know what I'm trying to do? So action is a letter here. Yeah. And we want to call this object by that letter. So it's a string. Yeah. And then we call the function. And we have all the functions here with the array and the number. Actions empty string is not a function. Oh, yeah, because they said that it might not be. But so invalid characters should be ignored. Oh well, just delete everything. And we're doing it the old way. Check if action is valid, missing that part. Yeah, but how do I check it? So let's see if action. So we have the object is actions, which gives us all the keys of the object, includes action, like that. If it does, then we call this is an array. Array it's in with includes. That's it. Okay, we don't have an error now, which is good. Constant log. Let me check this. Okay, I have it in my mind and not if actions. Oh yeah, if actions that action. Yeah. Okay. I'm dumb again. Thanks, Christy. Hey, Sergio. So if actions that action. Do we need to put a quotes around? Action? No, I don't think we need. That's dumb also. We do dumb stuff. Okay, good. Now, why do we have an empty array? That's the question. Let's console log the array and the number. And also the action. Every time. So we have the action I, an empty array, and 0. Oh, this returns. But we don't want to return it. We want to... what we want. So we return number. Here we return an array. Okay, let me try something more dumb now. That result will be an array with the number, an array of the number. And here result will be the return state. And here we're going to return that array. If I started on the wrong path, then I need to continue. So, oh, we don't need to store this. We can just do array and number, destructuring, right? It works. It works, but don't ask me why. Hey TJ. So yeah, I have it all in my mind. I'm using some fancy JavaScript stuff here, which you shouldn't do. By no means, don't do this. Okay. Yeah, so exactly. Alright, so what we have to, let me try to go over it. So we have here a list of actions. And I created an object which has those actions stored, as a property in an object. And each object has a function, an array function, which takes in the array and the number, because here on the O we want to return the array, we want to store the new value inside the array. So we are returning an array of the array and the number changed here. Not sure if that makes sense. Okay, so we have in our function, we have the number, which initially is 0, and then an array, an empty array. We are taking this string, and we're splitting it into an array, and then we are having an array of letters, which we call actions. We are checking if that action is inside this object, and if it is, we are calling that function. So actions, that action, let's say it's I. So we're calling this function here with the given array and the number. And then we're using the structuring to get the array and the number from here. Does it make sense for you? With this check, we are avoiding every other possible character which is invalid. Okay. I hope I explain it well. So Chrissy said, to be honest, there's no need to return the array in each function. Returning only the value should be fine. Yeah, but you want to, how do you deal with this case when you want to output the value into the array? So with O. On the O, you need to manipulate the array, right? Or you can just check if it's O and then store it inside the array. Right? Let's do that. That will be much simpler. So we remove this. We just keep X here. Like that. And we return X plus 1, X minus 1, and X times X. Like that. And then here, we're just calling the action with the number. And here we have an else if action is O. Like that. Then we are going to have, oh, and then here number is actions. Like that. And here we're going to do array push number. You pass it to the function as a parameter. The arrays are passed by reference. Okay, yeah. So this should work the same. And we avoid doing that thing where we're passing the array. Yeah, I just passed the array here in this tree to make it work here. Okay, let's submit it and see what other geniuses did. I mean, what geniuses did, not what. Yeah, look at that. Current and oh, reduce. Interesting. If s is I, ds, press that push. But why does it reduce? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that works. So it goes with the reduce and pushes it into the array. But why does it return the cure? Oh, yeah, so to keep track of the current value. This is why he used the reduce. Okay, yeah, that works too. Let's see this one. Increment IDSO. Case plus plus minus plus output plus value. Yeah. I don't understand why they did commands, increment. Why just did IDSO? Alright. Oh look, something we did. Yep. But does it check for... It doesn't check for other values. X map X val. Which is odd. What happens if you have another letter? I don't see. It's X. It doesn't have, so it's undefined. You can call a function of undefined. Am I missing something? Oh well. Let's move on to the other one. Should we try a 5? Yeah, let's try a 5. Maybe we wrap up with this one. Concatenation substring. I think this one will be hard. Only 9 solved it. Oh, 9 rates. Okay. 28. Number of trailing zeros of yeah, that's big numbers. Performance, okay, no performance. Arrays. Arrays 1 of 5. Can we find a 5? Sports league table ranking with head to head. Only 9 solved it. let's give it a try, but oh man. Oh no, I won't go through this. Not in a live stream. Sorry. That's just too much. Complete the triangle pattern. Let's see what this says. Given two numbers, m and n, two positive integers. Make a triangle pattern with number sequence m to n. The order is clockwise. Start with the top corner like this. Whoops. What? Oh. Only use the last digit. But how do we create this pattern? Oh, with spaces. And triangles. Look at that. So we have to go dot. Christy, do you have any idea how we could do this? You seem to be good at it. Do you have a CodeWars account? Oh, look at that, we passed 800 points. So let's see. How do we know where to go next? What's the formula here? Let's see, do we have a catch? Like the pattern only uses the last digit. Each row separated by /n. Each digit separated by a space. Left side may need pad some spaces, but don't pad the right side. If m to m cannot make the triangle return space. Whoa. How do we know if it can make the triangle? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15. Oh, so is that like a Fibonacci number? Christy just made a CodeWars account. You should. So this is a nice one. I just go clockwise. Yeah, it's easy to. I mean, what's the algorithm to go? Easy to say. So we don't. We only create a triangle for numbers like 1, 3, then 6, 10, 15, 21. You see? So here we have 3. Here we have 15 numbers from 6 to 20. But here we have 12 numbers, so it doesn't add up to the pattern. Okay, so we have that figured out. How do we store the numbers to go the clockwise direction? There must be an algorithm or something. Miracle Design says it's always +1 right from each row. Add 1 first row 1, second row 2, third row 3. Yeah, I understand the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Clock. But how do you... so here we have, for example, let's see all the what's that, characters. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces before 1. Then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces between 2. But then at the end we swap out this space with a 9. So that's the algorithm we need to figure out. This might be too hard. I bet there is an algorithm, something to do this pattern with. So let's see, if we have 15 numbers, no, here we have, let's see, 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 10. If we have 10 numbers, then the spacing here is 1, 2, 3, 4. The second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. No, I have no idea how we can do this. Maybe start with calculating triangle rows. I mean, we can write a function which will give us all the spacing, like an array of arrays. But then we need to go over them in this clockwise direction. Yeah, so Christy says 10 digits will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, so 4 rows. Yeah, that we can calculate easily. So first will be to see if it's a valid triangle. Then will be to create an array of arrays with the spacing. And how do we know? So, and then will be to go over that matrix, which will have, or we could create a matrix which will be the same height as width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by, no, doesn't work. 9 by 5, but we have 9 here also. And at the end we can remove the last thing. That's tricky. Too tricky. Let's find something else. I could try it alone. Probably spend a couple of hours to do it, but yeah, not in a live stream. What if we store the digit, the row, and the index in the row? You you make me go back to it. It's interesting, it's intriguing for me too. I want to do it, but how do we create a spiral pattern? So here we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we reverse. Then we reverse. So if we have a matrix, we have i's here and j's here. Then, yeah, it would be nice if I would have a camera to point it to my whiteboard. We could think out loud and draw on the whiteboard. So i's here, j's here, and we can go j plus 1, I plus 1, j plus 1, I plus 1, j plus 1, I plus 1, and when we reach the end of the matrix, we go minus, minus, minus. Minus, 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 but with 2. Oh, that's complicated. Then we reach this, we switch that. And then we need to keep track of let's try something else, which will be just more work, but it will be easier. The algorithm will be easier. Something which was interleaving arrays. Let's see. Create a function that accepts an arbitrary number of arrays. Okay, and returns a single array generated by alternating appending elements from the passed-in arguments. If one of them is shorter than the other, the result should be padded with empty elements. Null. Okay. And do we have, how many arrays do we have? This looks fun. Let's do this. I have an idea how to do this. Are you still watching? Raise your hand. Are you enjoying it? Raise your other hand. Let me drink some water before we start. Water keeps you hydrated and your mind keeps spinning. Maybe. Okay, so we have a arbitrary number of arrays. Coffee, bet. No, I don't drink coffee. I drink a lot of water. So we have, as I said here, an arbitrary number of arrays. So we can do arrays. If we return now arrays, let's do that. we should have all the arrays. Okay. We have now an array of arrays. Now, next thing, we have to find the maximum length of an array. Right? Yeah. So, const max length will be met.max. We're going over all the arrays, taking their lengths and pushing it to met.max function. So arrays map, no, array, yeah, map, and here we have the inner array, and we return array.length. But we have here an array, so we need to say dot dot dot, and this will give us the maximum length of an array, of the arrays. Does it make sense? Yeah, so we have 3. Good. Now what we can do is to return arrays, reduce. We go over all the arrays. Let's see, we have an accumulator, and we have the current array. We start from an empty array, and here we do our magic, reduce magic. So we want to parse all the arrays and store them, right? We don't need reduce. Let me think. Maybe not reduce. We just want to go. I know. We want a for loop. Let I equal 0, I less than max length, I plus plus. And we just create a result array. And here we do something like going over all the arrays for each array, and we push in to the result array array.I. The only trick is that we might not have array.I. If array.I, if not array.I, then we do res.push null. Otherwise, we push the array. And here we return the result. That should work. Oh, look at that. It did. Okay, we have something here, but who knows what. OZDH, null A. Oh, how can I see? Let me zoom out. Whoa, that's a huge response. How can I see what's the difference? No, at the end. No. What's the difference? What do we miss? Console.log arrays and max length. I want to see those. What? How in earth we're going to check this? ED8 followed by, let's see, null. J. Why it's null here? Copy to code editor. Yeah, but it will be too long. Okay. Is this phase? Oh man. Oh, look at that. We have multiple stuff here. \n. Do we get a space? Okay, so we have multiple stuff. Let's see. 73W. 73W. Okay. 5. Good. Do we have that? 73WK of 5. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Let me copy this. And where should we paste it? Console. Here. Okay. Oh, so only this. Yeah. Okay, 7U. Okay, so 73W0K5. Okay, until here we're okay. U9EH3A. Okay. Then D8G5EL. Okay. Then we have null. Why? We should have I. Don't call multiply function. Let's see. So E71 null. E71 null. Yes, the same. Q null null Li. Q. No, I don't. To deeply equal. Okay. 60. Let me store. So const. No. Let array1 will be this. And let array2 will be this. Array1, array2. Okay. What's different? We can see here better. 9EHD, 8, okay, 7 null, Q null null. Oops. We have a 0 here, but a null here. That's because this. So just need to say if array is undefined. I think that's the issue. Yeah. So basically we had 0 inside the array, and here at the check we pushed a null instead. Alright. So we just have to find if it's undefined. But then again, it might not work if it's undefined. But I guess they don't have an undefined value inside the array. Okay. Oh, I forgot to go over Yeah, Christy, you're right. If you wanted to say 0. Good. See how, I mean, this was also a 5Q, but considering the previous one we wanted to solve, it was like a million times easier, right? So either that Q, I mean, the previous one is not 5Q, is like 3 or 2 or something, or this one is not 5 but it's 7 or 6. I don't know, something is not right. Yeah, so this is pretty much what we did for each word: if undefined, interleave, push null, otherwise, yeah. Sorry, this is pretty much what we did. Okay, shall we do more? Why not? Let's do another 5. There are some of these problems which you have to do like 9 steps, like do this, then do this, then do this, and you create separate functions, and it's so beautiful. I want to do something like that. Which x for the sum? That sum. This is what? Okay, a lot of numbers. All right, consider the sequence u and x. X plus 2x to the power of 2, 3x power of 3, where x is a real number and n a positive integer. When n goes to infinity and x has a correct value, I'm lost already. Sorry. I'm lost. Traffic lights. Let's try this. Overview. A character string represents a city road. Car travels on the road obeying the traffic lights. Legend. Road, car, green, orange, red. Something like this. Car, road, green, road, red, road. Rules. Simulation. At each iteration, the lights change according to the traffic light rules. Then the car moves, obeying the car rules. Traffic lights change color as follows: green for 5 times units, then orange for 1 time unit, then red for 5 times units. I have a sense that this kind of problem would you get for an interview. Because I remember once I was coding this sort of code challenges on another website, and they had something similar if you wanted to apply for working at Uber or something. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can solve this. Traffic lights change. Okay, 515. Car rules. Cars travel left to right on the road, moving 1 character position per unit. Cars can move freely until they come to a traffic light. Then, if the light is green, they can move forward, temporarily occupying the same cell as the light. If the light is orange, then they must stop. If they have already entered the intersection, they can continue through. Okay. If the light is red, the car must stop until the light turns green again, which is pretty obvious. It is illegal to queue across an intersection. In other words, do not enter an intersection unless you can see there is safe passage through it and out the other side. Do you have a car? Asked Nishat. Yep. We have a car. Cut a task. Given the initial state of the road, return the state for all iterations of a simulation. Input road and how many times you need to simulate. Output an array containing the road states at every iteration, including the initial state. Note, if a car occupies the same position as a traffic light, then show only the car. Whew, those are a lot of cases. But this is fun, I guess. If we do this, I can go to bed then. Good. There are one or more cars. There are 0 or more traffic lights. For the initial road state, cars can start anywhere except in the middle of intersection. I'm not sure what they mean by intersection. Like before this, it doesn't say what's an intersection. Anyway, traffic lights are either green or red and are at the beginning of their countdown cycle. Okay, good to know. There are no reaction delays. When the lights change, the car drivers will react immediately. Okay. If a car goes off the end of the road, it just disappears from view. There will always be some road between adjacent traffic lights. If there is a traffic light at the end of the road, then its exit is never blocked. Again, if there is a traffic light at the end of the road, then its exit is never blocked. You cannot see beyond the car in front of you, so you cannot anticipate a gap that does not yet exist. Let's see how this simulation occurs. So we have the following road: car, green, red. Okay, initial state at passed. 1 second. All the car moves to right, which is obvious. 2. Car for sorry. So show first car, not green light. Okay. Second car. So basically here it should go to red. Second car cannot enter intersection because first car blocks the exit. What? So they basically going. Oh, the intersection is the light. Yeah. So it goes inside, and then the next step it goes out. So we need to keep track if it's inside. Show second car, not the green light. Okay. Third car stops for the orange light. Oh, so this passes and this becomes orange now. 6. They go. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. It just, there are a ton of if cases. I mean, special cases, right? Okay. Let's see. We have a string which we need to parse. We need to keep track of the lights. Yeah. Even the movement from here to here. So basically we need to change C to that. Oh, we can write a function. Which will change the string. Basically we can treat this as an array. Then this light has to keep track of its state. It could be green, red, orange, and it could be occupied also. Oh well. What about orange? Yeah, so the orange is just one-time unit. You have to stop if we see. If the light is orange, then they must stop. If they have already entered the intersection, they can continue. So if they are in, like this case, where is it? This case. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And the car is there. No. Yeah, so here, basically this transition. The car was in, the light turned orange, but the car moved. Red, 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 red. Green. Green, 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 green. Okay, and car moves. It's red, red, and it's orange now. Sorry, green. Red, green, orange, whatever. Okay. I'm getting tired. Will I be able to do this? First, we need to simulate the movement. So we need to swap. Swap, 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 swap. Then we need to keep track of the time. So that we can do in a for loop or something. Then we need to keep track of the lights timing. Yeah. Maybe in the next stream I can start with something like this. But as of now, unfortunately I won't be able to do it. Or it will take like an hour, probably. These challenges are tiring, you know? Oh well. Let's do something simpler. To wrap up. Most cells, look at this. 7. You work in the best computer electronics corporation, and your boss wants to find out which 3 products generate the most revenue, given 3 lists of the same length like this. Return the 3 product names with the highest revenue. Note, if multiple products have the same revenue, order them according to their original position in the input list. I don't really understand. Which 3 products which 3 products, but we were given 3 products. Let's try it. Okay. Oh. I see. So yeah. We can have 3 products, but then we need to sort them. Okay. This works. So we need to multiply this by this, find out what's the value, and then sort, let's see. Sort the values. Let me write it down and then, oh, top 3, we don't need all of them. Yeah. So we're going to take this array and multiply it with this array, I mean the elements inside. So we're given another array. We can then create an object to keep track of the product and the multiplication. We can sort that object, and then at last we can only return the top 3. Okay. So const result will be the following. products, map. We're going to map over all the products. We get the product name, and we also want to keep track of the index. And here we're going to return a new object which will keep the product, and it will keep the multiplication or the revenue, which will be amounts of index times prices of index. Okay, so now if we return res, we're going to have an array of objects and the revenue. Perfect. We can then sort it, and for the sort we give it a function a and b, and we say b dot revenue minus a dot revenue. So now the object will be sorted based on the revenue. Look at that, we have 7,000 here, 3,000 and 500. Okay, so now it's sorted. We need to slice it up to 3 elements, and we need to map it. We have, how should we call it, item, and we want to return item dot revenue, item dot product. This should do work. Expected empty array to deeply equal. Oh, I think the slice is good. 0 up to 3. Yeah. Okay. Tables, laptops, speakers to equal. Oh. Yeah, so if they are not equal, I mean, if they are equal, we want to keep the same. So then we need to write here a special function, I mean a custom function. If b dot revenue is bigger than a dot revenue, return b. If a dot revenue is, let's see, oh, otherwise return a, because otherwise a is bigger than b or is equal. Computer, cell phones, vacuum, cell phones, computer, vacuum, computer. What's wrong? Console.log ab. I messed it up somewhere. Computer revenue 597. Cell phone 7,000. Okay, so cell phone should be first. Why is it second? See, that's what happens after, how long it's been? 1 hour and 45 minutes. Not optimal, but you could do the slice after the map. Does it change anything? This ensures initial order is maintained. Why? Because we're just mapping to retrieve the product name here. So that has nothing to do with that. This function is wrong. Oh, we can do with a product, a dot product, and we don't have to do the mapping here. But then it won't know what to sort. Yeah. Ishan, how many challenges we solved so far? I don't know, like 6 or 7. I didn't keep track. Why doesn't this work? A dot revenue, B dot revenue. This will be the other way around. Computer, vacuum cleaner, cell phone, vacuum. Okay, so it's with B. Oh, I think I know. So we do this, and if EA dot revenue equal to B dot revenue, and return 0. Otherwise, return A dot B dot revenue minus A dot revenue, like that. So this won't change the order. Okay, that was the issue. Basically, when we had this, B minus A, but it still was 0. Why did it change? That's weird. Okay. Final. Let's see what they did. Yeah, see, they did the same map over and store the revenue, and then if AB, yeah, this is exactly what we did. Exactly. Let's see the cleverest one. Whoa, this is the cleverest one. Oh, but there are not a lot of solutions, so yeah, that's why. We're not so clever after all. Whoa, look at this. Product, sort. What? What's here? See, you can't read this. Why didn't he align it or something? That's yours. LOL. Yeah, that's mine. That's funny. I didn't realize that. Okay, that's really funny. Thank you, Sriyan. So yeah, this is mine. Look at that, is the most clever one. You should vote it. Okay. See, I'm so tired now. So funny. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Map. Product and amount. Okay. Sort. Okay. See, here it worked. Nah. Slice and map. Okay. Alright. That was funny. Should we do another one, or I'm just tired? I don't know. I want to do, but I don't know if I could. Look at this. It's 7 and it's pandemia and it looks fun. And it has a lot of text and it doesn't look fun anymore. The world is in quarantine. There is a new pandemic that struggles mankind. Each continent is isolated from each other, but infected people have spread before the warning. You would be given a map. The virus can't spread in other side of the ocean. This is pretty much the same. Oh. This is easier. We can do this. So basically we have a string and we have an X which marks the ocean, and then between these X's we have 1 and 0s. What we have to do is take the string, split it by the X, see if we have 1 inside the string. If we have, we turn the entire string to 1. And let's see. Return the percentage. The first and the last continent are not connected. Okay, not sure what that means. And do we count the x's as percentage of the no, and the percentage of the total population? Oh, only the zeros. Okay, let's do this. Let me paste it in the chat, so if you want to play along. Yeah, you see, there wasn't, let's see, tried by 169 people and solved by 64. So maybe if we find a clever solution here, yeah, Ishan says that I should take some rest. I'm going to drink more water and it will be fine. We'll do this and then we have 2 hours and then we can rest. Okay. Let's see. First, we need to find out how many people are, the total people. Then we need to infest poor people. We need to infest all the people that are not infested but live in the region which has infested people. And yeah, I hope it makes sense. Let's start. So const const island. How do you write island? Land. Okay. S.split x. So now if we return land, we're going to see an array of people. Look at that. Okay. Oh, and an empty string. Why do we have an empty string? The last one? Yeah, I think this one. Okay. Let's write the function infest land. Infest. That's what you say to infect. Okay. And we give it a land. Here we have lands. So we give it a land. And let's see. If land that contains or includes, I always forget, includes, 1, then we want to do something. Otherwise we want to return the land. We want to return here all the land but infected. So we need to create a new string of the length land and with ones. So array, new array of length land length filled with ones, and we join it back. So we create this way a new string. Let's see. Here we have an array of land is notified of lands like that, and we can map this to our infect land function. So now all the zeros will be zeros and 1 will be ones. Okay, that's perfect. But we don't want to run it here. We want to, let's see, we want to count all the people. So count const total people. We want to do lands dot reduce. We have total here, land here, and we want to do total plus equals land dot split. So we convert Oh, land.length. Does this make sense? So basically we have the lands, all of them, and we're using reduce to go over all the separate lands. So this is a land, this is a land, this is a land. And we store in this variable all the people, so the length of the land. All right. And now we want to, I guess we can infest it here. Fact land. Like that. And here we can count only the infected people. So infected people, which will be pretty much the same here, but we'll have a filter. Some sort. Filter. So we have a land. Land includes 1. So only if it includes 1, we're going to calculate the total. Because if it includes, then it's infected. And here at the end, we want to return infected people divided by total people times 100. Expected NA to be close to what? For maps without ocean X, the whole world is connected. For maps without 0 and 1s, return 0 as there is no population. So we can have no 0s and 1s. What? That's weird, right? So if as that includes 0, I mean if it doesn't include 0 and the same with 1, return 0. That's the base case. Okay. Oh, that was all. So we just had to add the base case. Cool. Let's see. Whoa, look at that, he added comments. That's nice. As an object. I. Oh, total and. Oh, I see. It goes over all the population and stores them in this array, this object. Okay. That's it. We solved a couple. Not sure how many. I think we had 1 of 8, like 3 or 4 7s, 2 6s and 1 5. Yeah. How much is that? 8? Okay. If you're still in the chat, say hi or bye or whatever. If you have any questions, let me know. Hey Andra, welcome. Maybe a little too late. How are you? I'm going to rest now. I really like coding and I like doing live streams, but it's tiring, you know. After 2 hours, it's like I work like 8. It's weird, but yeah. But it's fun. I like it. Maybe with time I'm going to have more energy and stuff. Oh, by the way, tomorrow we're going to have something very, very exciting. Beth, in the meantime, Beth asks, why did you map after the first split for X? In this kata? This? Oh, I infected the land. I used this function to infect the land. So if we had 1, we created a new string filled with 1s. Otherwise, we return the land. Okay. Hopefully that answered your question, Beth. So tomorrow we're going to have something very, very cool. I'm doing some sort of collaboration. I'm going to use a template to create a portfolio website from scratch, mostly. I mean, it's from scratch because we're going to write all the code, but we're going to have the CSS to help us. So that will be fun. I'm going to post it on Twitter. So yeah, it's not a secret anymore. I think they already posted. Let's see. Twitter. Please do with React.js. No, tomorrow won't be with React.js. Maybe the day after tomorrow will be something with React if you want. Let's see. They said they're going to tweet, but they probably didn't. Oh, they did. Look at that. So I'm partnering with Creative Team, which has this website with a ton of templates and kits and everything. And we're going to create a portfolio website from scratch, which will be very fun. I'm thinking about using, let's see, Creative Team. They have this new, I'm not sure yet. I'm either going to use this Tailwind starter kit, or I'm going to use one of their Bootstrap kit. But look at that, look how beautiful it is. Yes, Nishat, it will be mostly front-end. It will be a portfolio website where you can showcase your projects. Pat, love Creative Team. Thanks for spending your free time with us. My pleasure. If this is something that helps you, it's really my pleasure. I love doing it. Tailwind, yeah. So I'm going to try. I just need to find, as I'm not a designer, I need to find something so I'll be inspired for a portfolio page. Okay, I see you're excited for that one. Yeah, keep an eye on. I mean, it will be at 5 tomorrow at the same hour. If you want Tailwind, I'm going to do it Tailwind. I should talk slower so I don't mess the words up. But then I might be even more boring than I am now. Anyway. Okay. My throat, hopefully it won't break. So look at that, they have all these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful components. And combine it with Tailwind. That's just, wow. So pretty. So pretty. So that's what we're going to do. if you're on Twitter, give this a retweet. I'm going to retweet it myself with a comment. Let's see, what should it say? Tomorrow will be fire. Wall will be whatever. Beth asks if I have a Patreon. Yes, I have a Patreon account. You can check in the description of this video. There's a link somewhere. Thank you for, if you want to support, that's highly appreciated. Okay, tomorrow will be fire. Whoops. So I'm going to create this tweet so you can retweet it. We're going to create a full portfolio. I can't type website using one of creative themes template. Maybe the new not maybe. Let's do it till Tailwind. Who's with for Tailwind? Let me know if you want Tailwind. One of 10 templates. The new one using Tailwind. Okay, Ishan asks, out of syllabus question. What 3 things do you look in an employee? Employee? I don't know. I never had an employee. I mean, maybe honesty, so I can count on him or her. Then willingness to learn and open mind, I think, something like that. Okay, let's retweet this. Look at that. Now you can come here and retweet this if you want. I posted it in the chat. Okay, I saw here Chris Collier and I thought Chris Coyer is following me. That will be nice. But hi Chris. Oh look, Andra and Christy already liked it. Thank you guys. You're awesome. Okay, that's it for today. I really appreciate that you're joining. I might not be the best out of there, but I enjoy doing what I'm doing. We're learning together. The most interesting part, I believe, is that the fact you can see me struggle even. I mean, it's not all perfect and not all laid out nicely. You can also see me struggle. So that's basically how it is as a developer, you know. So you have a lot of time where you're struggling and you're googling and you're hitting your head against the wall and stuff like that. So that's why I like doing these live streams. I'm planning to I'm planning ahead so we don't have these roadblocks, but yeah. Andra is sending out a reminder. Nice. Okay, thanks again for joining, and I see you tomorrow in this. Should be very fun. I just have to find a design, something we can not copy entirely, but maybe have, I don't know, a layout or something. If you find something interesting and you like it, send it over. Send me a DM and I'm going to look it over. And yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks again for joining. I really appreciate it. And we see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.